In this video, we've got a Ram truck with the projector headlights. I've got some LEDs. We're gonna get down to the comparison and see how they look. Let's get into it. Alright guys, welcome back. So I have done a ton of videos, more than I can count, on LEDs, HIDs, all that stuff. As you'll notice, I'm filming this at nighttime because I want to give you guys a true and accurate comparison as always. Right now, we've just got halogen bulbs in the factory projectors. So these are the factory projectors. We did a little bit of stuff to them, not much, but we got rid of the chrome ring. But other than that, they are an OEM. I know there's a lot of replicas of these, but they are an OEM Mopar one. You probably see there, it's got the Ram and the Ram logo over there. But what we're gonna do is I'll take it out to the street, show you guys with the just halogen bulbs. Then we're gonna replace one with these. I found really good reviews on these. They do emit 360 degrees of light, which is often the problems with putting an LED into a projector like this, is you end up with a lot of dead spots. So I went with these ones. They're a little bit newer technology, but first things first, truck out to the street. We'll shine it down the road, see how it looks, swap one out, and then we'll go from there. All right, so here we are guys, outside at night. These are just the projectors. Pretty good light output, not gonna lie. It's not terrible, not the best, but not the worst. And that's how they look from the front. It's kind of that yellowish light. And I don't have my fog lights turned on, but I will in just a second. So I want to show you guys the other reason why we're changing this. So again, that's the light output. Like I said, not terrible, but I think we can do better. But let me turn on the fogs for just a second. So here's what the fog's on. You can see it's way better light output even with the fogs. But the other reason why we're changing these is because we've got a mixed match of colors here. So we've got like the 5000K fogs, kind of like that true white. Whereas on the headlights, we've got that like white look. So you can kind of see it better there. So this should be a pretty good color match, having LEDs in the headlights as well. But let's go ahead, swap one out, and we'll see what we got. So let's get these out of the box. And as far as taking the headlights out, I have complete videos on how to do that. I'll link them above right here. You can see how to take off the grill, how to take off the headlights, and we'll get these bulbs in there. Here are the bulbs, you guys. Not a sponsored product. I'm just testing these out. I have really good reviews, which is why I want to try them. The other reason, or a few reasons, they're super compact. You can see how small they are, so they should fit without having to cut anything or do anything, which is kind of the traditional way we had to do things in the past, is to bring out HID modules and all that kind of stuff. The other thing too is you'll see this chip here. It's got these two LEDs, or I guess a series of LEDs on each side, but doesn't have anything that'll really obstruct the light from being 360 degrees. So that's the other thing. And you can clock these as well. So you'll see, I think right there or on the inner side, there's a little set screw where you can actually rotate the housing so that you make sure you got your orientation in the right way as well. And apparently they don't throw any bulb out indications. They have this little box on it that apparently draws the correct amount of current so that we don't have to do anything. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Let's try putting them in. So once you get the headlight out, and again, I will link those videos down in the description or above, you'll see it here. You're gonna take off these 8mm screws. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remove those, and then we'll get into the meat and potatoes of this thing. So once you get the cover off, you're gonna see your bulb. And since we are doing our projector, it's gonna be this one here. So pull the clip off. I'm gonna rotate the bulb. It's gonna come out like this. And we are ready to put in the new one. Okay, so you can double check, but these guys kind of already have this figured out for you. You're gonna notice that it's already got the alignment with the top tab. So we're pretty much already good to go. So we'll go ahead and we'll just stick it in as is. Like I said, you can see there the filament, hopefully you can see there, it's lined up with the top tab, same as they have here, so that we shouldn't run into any issues. Let's go ahead and throw it in. And then you're gonna notice there's a latch on this side and on that side. And what you're gonna have to do is plug it in. It's 50-50 chance on whether you get it or not. Or you can look at the positive and negative on here. It's pretty safe to assume that the black wire is gonna be our negative. So we can put our negative on that side, and this turquoise wire can be our positive. So we're gonna go ahead, we'll try it out like that. And one last thing I'll show you guys is you'll notice, so the bulb goes in the original one like this, and then it turns so that this tab is like that. And if you take the bulb out and you look at it, you can see where that filament on the side, so it's pretty much that filament is over here on the right side, and we're getting light distribution perfectly up and down. And if you do the same thing with this one, if you look here and then you turn it, you can see we're pretty much the same. If you need any like minor adjustments, the kit does come with this little Allen key. And then like I showed you, I think before, there's a little set screw right there. So right there, we're gonna insert it, loosen it, just clock it a tiny bit so it's perfect, and then we'll put it back in. Another easy way to tell is this wire actually comes off right from the side. So it comes off flat with the side there. So as long as we clock this so that when we tighten this, the wire is perfectly on the side, then we're in business. And there we have it. We've got the wire perfectly horizontal with this. So it means our filament is like this. We've got LEDs on the top and on the bottom, which is the same orientation as the original bulb would be. So let's go ahead and put the cover back on. And the nice thing about these bulbs is they perfectly clear the cover. No issues with clearance. It's fully seating as well. Cover's all reinstalled. Let's go put the headlight back on. All right, so check this out, you guys. We've got the bulb installed, and compared to over here, you can see that nasty looking yellow light on that side. But let me show you guys something. So even though we did our best to actually line that up and clock that bulb, hopefully you guys can see this. I'm hoping the camera will pick it up. So there you go. So see how we have those two dead spots, if I can use this finger. So you have the dead spot there, and on the other side, that is exactly what we're talking about when you install an LED in a projector. You can see those two dead spots there on both sides, which is the same orientation as we clocked that bulb. There's really not much you can do about it with the LEDs. We'll still see if it looks better on the road, but you can see the two dead spots on either side. Kind of looks like an airplane or a bat going down the road. But let me show you guys on the halogen where you get 360 degrees of light. So here we are on this side. And check that out. See how you can see this one little line right here? That's that little wire on the filament. But other than that, you can see we've got light output 360 degrees all the way around. So that's pretty much my usual argument for why we want to install HID kits, because you get the same light dispersion as a halogen bulb. Whereas you can see even the best and latest LEDs, we have the dead spot. Again, we'll go to the other side. You can see there's no gaps on this light output right here. You can see it's coming out all the way and all the way around, and we'll go back to the other side. So again, here's this side. It's got really good color and it's really bright, but you can see it's still got this like bat wing of a dead spot in the middle of our light. So I'll go ahead and we'll go out to the road. We'll see how she looks, but it's probably gonna be better. But again, huge dead spot using the LED. So here you guys go, we're out on the street. So of course, LED halogen bulb, and you can see this one's got a very bright spot in the middle. Seems to be doing pretty good. But again, that's the difference between the two. Looks a lot better coming out of the projector, but has a very strange bright spot right there, whereas I think it should be a little more spread out. But you guys be the judge, as always. Down in the comments, let me know what you guys think of this. I like the appearance better, but I don't know if it's doing what we want. We might still be stuck with our HIDs as being the winner on this. So let's go ahead, we'll pull the driver's side headlight, swap out that bulb as well, and we'll go from there. Okay, so here we go with the other side. Same thing, we clocked them this direction, and that's the way it was clocked from the factory. So we'll go ahead and plug this one in and reinstall our cover and get this headlight on. And here we go, guys. So we've got them both in. I gotta admit, they do look a lot better. I'm not a huge fan of the halogen bulb look, but just as a comparison, let's see. And there we go, let the camera adjust. You can see we got that same dead spot in our illumination. So we'll go out to the street, but I think we know what's gonna happen. All right, so here we are out here. So you can kind of see what we got. As far as alignment goes, I could maybe align a little better, but you can see we got this funky beam pattern out on the street, which is a result of what I was showing you guys. So see, we got this one shooting off that way, and that one shooting off that way as well. Big dead spot there, and also a dead spot to the right, because everything is kind of, I don't know if you guys can tell, but everything's kind of cranked to the left as far as our light output. So again, not the worst. They're definitely a bright bulb, but you just run into that issue with running them in the projector that you end up with those dead spots. I think they'd be better suited for the reflector in our high beam, and I think that'd be a better place for them, but we'll discuss that in a minute. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below about these bulbs. I know a lot of people have positive reviews on them, but I'm just giving you my honest review on them and showing you guys how it looks and letting you guys be the judge. And as far as how they look, these are a little bit more of a blue color than our true white LEDs in the fogs. So these have a little bit more of a, I want to say, a bluish hue to it. I don't know if the camera's picking it up well, but it definitely complements it a lot better than the halogens did. But like I said, I think those LEDs are better suited for our high beam location in that reflector housing right there. So as always, guys, let me know what you guys think of those in the comments down below. I think what's going to end up happening is we're going to end up comparing those to the HID bulbs. Like I said, I'm just giving you guys 100% my honest review of these, and kind of letting you guys be the judge, just giving you guys, the result of this whole thing. But those claim to be a 360 degree LED bulb, so to give illumination on all, around the whole thing, the whole 360, but you can still see we're left with two dead spots where it's not, those chips are not illuminating on the sides. So whereas if we go with the HID bulb, it's going to just illuminate all around a true 360, and I think we'll find a clear winner. So let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see that comparison. I think what's going to happen is we're going to compare the HID bulbs, and I'm just giving you my guess on what's going to happen. We're going to compare the HID bulbs, and then those are going to get delegated to the high beams. So we'll see what happens. If you guys enjoy this kind of content, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I'll link those down in the description below if you guys want to check them out. They are a good bulb, but I think we can do better. So stay tuned for that. We'll see you guys on the next video.